terms of the FA Cup third round so far is that extraordinary game earlier today in the 12:15 kickoff, the biggest of upsets we've surely ever seen in the history of the competition. Macclesfield, National League North, sitting in 14th, 117 places below the visitors, who were nothing less than the holders of the FA Cup, Crystal Palace. And it was Macclesfield in that 12:15 kickoff who won by 2-1, as you'd expect at the end. Absolutely extraordinary scenes for John Rooney and his Macclesfield side, producing the biggest giant killing in FA Cup history. Let's hear from some of the players now, including the captain and opening scorer of Macclesfield's first goal, Paul Dawson.
Fitness-wise, we're part-time. We train twice a week. They're a full-time side, and we have full-time sides in our league, and you can tell the difference. But I think an occasion like that, especially the fans behind us, they were so loud today, so that bit extra pushed us on. And I think we defended really well. I think the lads breaking forward are fantastic, and just all round, it's just a brilliant performance.
And was it you ahead of the goal? Was it you twiddling with his bandage? Was it you? Who's the player?
Yeah, so I'll take the assist for that.
Yeah.
Not being Tom. Come on then. A bit of his thing ripped off, and then he started shouting at me because I was taking too long, and then he scored. So we'll take that all day.
Yeah. Are you taking the assist?
Yeah, assist.
You can have the goal as well if you want.
I'll take that. I'll tell all the kids at school it was me.
It was a great ball from Dus, wasn't it?
Great ball.
And what have you done? Push me into it. I've just fell into it, I think.
We'll take it, lad.
Who do you fancy in the next round?
I'm a Man United fan personally.
Well, we beat the holders, so we can beat anyone, can we? Anyone. United away, Liverpool away, City away, any of them.
Still doesn't feel real, but no, listen, to go and perform the way we did. I always spoke before the game about a little bit of hope in the FA Cup, but did they really believe it? Probably not. But when we went 1-0 up, you're thinking, can we get to half-time 1-0 up? And the message to them at half-time was just managing the game. Can we slow the game down? Can we take the sting out of it when we can? And I thought they carried their messages out, unbelievable. But I thought, it's mad to say, but I thought we were the deserved winners on the day. I thought we were incredible. I thought from every single one of the subs who come on, the starting 11, I thought he was outstanding.
I mean, has the history of the achievement kind of weighed down yet? You know, something that hasn't been done since 1871 for a sixth team to be a top flight team. And as you mentioned there, the way the team were able to do it was so impressive.
Yeah, it was. Listen, me and the staff, we can only give them a certain amount of detail and how we want to play, but it's them lads who go over that white line and they've got to put that performance in, and you know, we couldn't be any prouder of them. But to look back to see when a big upset as this, as you're saying there, I didn't know when it was that you've just mentioned, is something, you know, I'm really proud of on a personal note, but proud of the players as well. What they've created here is something unbelievable.
I think everything how I try to explain the performance or find some excuses would be completely wrong. I have no words for this performance today, and it's not just losing, it's, you know, almost creating no chances in the attack. This was really hard to watch. Nobody who could dribble past one. No physical presence. Not being in the dangerous areas. No kind of quality today in our attack. This is what makes it so disappointing, because, yeah, as you mentioned, in cup things can happen, but today, if you play like this, then things have to happen, and so that's why this makes it really, really hard.
Just an extraordinary day for Macclesfield. This really was David versus Goliath. And in terms of giant killings that we've seen down the years in the FA Cup, you think back to all those years ago, Sutton United against Coventry City. That, in terms of giant killings, is the biggest of all because it was the holders in town, Clinton.
Yeah, definitely. That Palace are the holders. I think it'd be bigger if they beat someone like a Man City or a Liverpool, but because it's the holders, it is giant killing from where they are in the National League North. I think it's a fantastic achievement. And you know what? The manager spoke there, Rooney. They fully deserved it. You know, when sometimes you think the lower league teams, it's a smash and grab, they've had to defend.
Scrappy one, yeah.
Scrappy 1-0. There wasn't a scrappy 1-0. They could
silky from the Silkman, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were very silky. I like that. Not bad from you, Si. Very good, that. But, yeah, they thoroughly deserved it. And I think Oliver Glasner summed that up perfectly. they got what they deserved. They didn't deserve anything, Palace. They were nowhere near it. There was no fight. They didn't create anything. But that was down to Macclesfield, sorry. I thought they were fantastic. And, yeah, Rooney should be proud of his team, and so should the players as well and the fans, because I thought they were fantastic and made it a great atmosphere as well.
And also such an emotionally charged occasion as well, because it's only weeks ago that their striker, Ethan McLeod, tragically lost his life in that car accident. He was actually coming back from the game against Bedford as well. And they felt, from what I could see and just bits and bobs we were hearing, it was very emotionally high charged as well. And I'd imagine so many of the team have dedicated that win to him. Just an awful, awful situation. But for a club who've been through the ringer in recent weeks, what a moment.
Yeah, it's a great moment. And obviously that was a very sad occasion. As I say, we send thoughts and prayers out to Ethan and to his family as well, because obviously it's devastating news. But yeah, a performance today, he definitely would be looking down over his team from above and thinking what a performance that was, because that was first class. I think his family were there at the end, so that was special when they went into the change room as well. But yeah, what a moment for Macclesfield, and thoroughly deserved it. Brilliant performance. As I said, they were the better team. They were on the front foot. They caused a lot of problems. And as I said it many times, when you get these lower league teams knocking out big Premier League teams, sometimes it's a smash and grab. Not this. This was a really positive performance. I thought it was fantastic. To a man, as Rooney said, and his substitutions. Everyone knew their job, and they'd done their job brilliantly. Everyone can talk about how bad Palace were. Macclesfield made Palace look bad. They made them look bad. So you've got to give the full credit to Macclesfield. I thought they were outstanding. And go and enjoy it. And as they said, I hope they do get someone like a Man City away, because it'd be good money for the club. It would be brilliant money for that football club. And, yeah, they thoroughly deserve it. And some of those players will never get the opportunity to probably play at them big grounds like the Etihad. I think it'll be fantastic. So I hope they get a good draw in the next round, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, everybody, you can understand in the town, the local area, has been talking about it on social media. I mean, the Macclesfield Town Council just summed it up with simply amazing work, fellas.
It was amazing. That's all I can say.
That was them summing up the situation.
Well done, and thoroughly deserved.
Well done, fellas.
Well done,
I think it's
fellas.
a bit more than that. It's magnificent Macclesfield.
Yeah.
Very quick word on your old side, Crystal Palace, because the headlines, rightly so, need to be all about Macclesfield. But there will be talk about Crystal Palace, because they're now winless in their last 9. They've gone to a side 117 places below them, and they didn't deserve to get something out of this game. So with Sunderland to come next, where does this leave Palace this season?
No, yeah, it's difficult. You need the likes of Munez, Ismail Sarr. They got Kamada out. They need to spend and bring in more players. They didn't have Mateta because he couldn't play on that surface today. But that's no excuses, because the team that he picked, still, no disrespect to Macclesfield, still should be beating Macclesfield on any given day. So nowhere near good enough from Crystal Palace. And I always praise them, and I think they've had an outstanding season. I think Glasner's a brilliant manager, but the players, yeah, they were poor today. But, yeah, it leaves them. They got a good draw against Aston Villa. Need to concentrate on the Europa Conference League as well, but they need players in. They need the players back from injury. Palace need to have their best 11 players when they're fit and firing. And they need reinforcements. They're already bringing Brennan Johnson. They need other players. He needs more help, Oliver Glasner.
How as a player, how as a head coach do you deal with a moment like this? Because this will dominate the headlines for days to come, because it's such an upset. But Crystal Palace, the holders, are the ones on the wrong end of it.
Yeah, but this is where you get paid the big money. And this is why the clubs are looking at you, Oliver Glasner, because we're talking about when you're doing well. Now when you've had a bad result, how do you get the players, not back on side, but how do you turn it around and get a positive result against the next game against Sunderland? So, yeah, it's down to Glasner. He's a top manager, and he will get them back winning football matches. But this is a huge blow for the football club, because I know in these cup competition side, he always plays his strongest team and wants to go far in it. But he just didn't have all of his players at his disposal this afternoon. But as I said, credit to Macclesfield. Brilliant. Hopefully Palace can win the Europa Conference League, and I'll have a big smile on my face come the end of the season, Si.